In this part of the video, we will learn about the factors which affect the climate of India. Our first point is the Himalayas. So let's see one map so that you can understand. Okay, this is a map of the southwest monsoon. So as you can see the location of Himalayan range in the map, these Himalayas form a climatic barrier separating the Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. They not only prevent the cold Siberian winds from entering the Indian region and form India becoming a cold desert, but it also force the moisture laden southwest monsoon winds to shed heavy rainfall in India and the subcontinent parts. Otherwise India would be a dry region. Okay, that is the significance of this mountain range, that is Himalayan range. Now our next point is the monsoon. Our second point is the monsoon wind. Now these winds are a seasonal winds and they are periodic wind also, because these winds change their direction according to the season. I'll show you one map, you can understand. See here in this map, during the winter season the direction of this wind, monsoon wind, is northeast, and during the summer time the direction of the wind is southwest, because the pressure system also change according to the season. That is why I said the direction of the monsoon wind is always changing, because they are seasonal winds. Now let's see the next point, that is latitude. Now the Indian subcontinent divided into two parts by Tropic of Cancer. As we know, the northern portion lies in the temperate zone and the southern portion lies in the tropical zone, right? So it means that the northern zone always experience very less temperature during the winter season, whereas summer season the temperature is extremely high, which directly showing its continental characteristics, whereas the southern tropical climate zone of India is warmer than the northern part of India, and does not have a clear cut winter season. So our fourth factor is varied relief. Now relief plays a very important role in the climatic conditions of India. Why? Because most of the parts of India receives rainfall, and the type of this rainfall is orographic rainfall. As you can see in the diagram, so basically what happen, if there is a presence of any highland such as mountain or plateau, when the moisture laden winds coming towards the windward slope of a mountain, and that time it traps the moisture laden winds, and due to the formation of clouds it bring heavy rainfall. When these winds move towards the opposite side of that particular highland, that time there is no moisture present in that particular wind, which means that wind could not bring any rainfall to the opposite side of the mountain, and that we call it the rain shadow area, and the side of the mountain is known as leeward side. That is a whole formation of orographic rainfall. Now Indian rainfall, or the rainfall that occurs in India due to the monsoon wind, is basically this type of, that is orographic rainfall. That is the reason why when the moisture laden southwest monsoon wind hits the western ghats and its windward side receives rainfall, whereas the opposite side, that is the leeward side, it receives extremely less rainfall or zero rainfall. Okay, that is how relief play a important role. Our next point is altitude. We know that if the height increase, temperature decrease. So there is a decrease of 1 degree Celsius for every 166 meter rise in height, and that we call it normal lapse rate. Because temperature decreases as we move to the higher altitude region, the temperature remain lesser. Okay, so that is the reason why OT has much lower temperature than Kochi, because of the altitude. Or you can see any mountain area, if you see the temperature in the mountain area or plain area, there is a huge difference. Now let's see our next point, that is influence of surrounding seas. If you see the map of India, again you see the southern side of the of India is surrounded by oceans. See, in the western side we are having Arabian Sea, then in the eastern side we are having Bay of Bengal, and the southern part we are having Indian Ocean, right? So the India is flanked by three water bodies, namely the Indian Ocean, the Bay of Bengal, and the Arabian Sea, which have a profound impact on the climate, right? So these water bodies act as a major source of moisture to the summer monsoons and bring heavy rainfall to the whole area. And in fact, it is because of the nearness to the sea of that these areas have moderate climate. See, the southern part of India is experiencing moderate climate or temperate climate because it is surrounded by oceans from all sides, and it also provide a huge amount of moisture, so that the during the monsoon time the most of the parts of India get rainfall. Our next point is the western disturbance, which is the seventh point. Now the weather conditions during the winter are generally influenced by the distribution pattern of pressure in the Central and West Asia. What happened that during the monsoon season, due to the shifting of pressure belts, the westerlies, which is a one type of prevailing wind, the westerlies blow from 20° north to 50° north latitude, and the northern India comes under the influence of these winds, and the cyclones rising from the Mediterranean Sea during this time. Then these cyclones bring rainfall to the northern plains, that is the mainly northwestern side of India, and snowfall in Jammu and Kashmir. Why? Because Jammu and Kashmir, it is a mountain area, so that means there is no rainfall but there is snowfall. Whereas the Punjab, Haryana, this part of the country receives little bit of rainfall because of this western disturbance. So this is nothing but a depression that forms in the Mediterranean Sea, which brings some moisture through the wind and brings rainfall. Our next topic is jet stream. So what is jet stream? Jet streams are fast flowing air currents in the higher part of the atmosphere. These air currents determine the arrival and departure of monsoons. Okay, and these air currents develop in the upper layers as I mentioned, the higher part of the atmosphere. And these jet streams are two types. Basically there are 5 types, but these 2 types mainly determine the arrival and departure of monsoon season in India. So there are 2 types of jet stream. One is the westerly jet stream, another one is the easterly jet stream. Now let's learn the significance of this westerly jet stream. That is that the westerly jet stream prevails over the northern Indian plains during the winter months, and whereas the easterly jet stream it develop a large tropical depression over India, and these depression play a significant role in the distribution patterns of monsoon rainfall in the subcontinent. Why? Because these easterly winds that form a depression, large depression, it attracts the monsoon wind, and when the monsoon wind entered the Indian subcontinent, that time it absorb all the moisture from the ocean that is surrounding India and brings rainfall to the subcontinent part and the most of the part of India. So the high rainfall occurs along the track of this depression. That is it. Now next is the distance from the sea. We know the areas which are located far away from the sea experience extreme climate or continental climate, where the range of temperature is extremely high. That means high temperature, that means the maximum temperature and the minimum temperature, these 2 parts difference is high. Whereas the places located near to the ocean experience temperate climate or equable climate or maritime climate. That means the temperature is neither too hot nor too cold. For example, the places like Mumbai, then Chennai, okay, whereas the place like Delhi, Kanpur, which are located far away from the sea, experience continental climate. Our last factor, that is El Nino effect. Remember, El Nino, it is a warm ocean current, okay, which appears for every 2 to 7 years, where to the coast of Peru, okay. So El Nino, it is a warm ocean current which sometimes appears of the coast of Peru. Now, the significance of El Nino, because it is a warm ocean current, it directly increases the surface temperature of the sea and affect the movement of the monsoon winds in the Indian Ocean. Okay, that is the effect of El Nino, and these are all the 10 factors which affect the climate of India. Okay, a little reminder here that El Nino, it is a warm ocean current which we know that appears to the coast of Peru, which is in South America, during the month of December, during the winter season. Okay, it appears. And one more thing that in the video I have mentioned that the western disturbance, right? So it is a cyclonic depression which forms during the winter season, not the monsoon season. Okay, that's it.